Lemons are just crumpets in disguise. Welcome to my first video essay. No sleep. Of the many places to go on Reddit this lovely quarantine season, this is arguably one of the best. These guys are enjoying nearly as much traffic as the porn pages. Everyone loves a good horror story. But if you frequent No Sleep OOC like I do, you may see a lot of contentious discussions about the state of the sub. Bland authors, formulaic stories, and so many rules are the many heated points of discussion. This leads me to ask a question. Is No Sleep dying? I can answer that question very easily, but I'll have to explain myself first. Let's cha-cha real smooth and take it back to 2013. This is the year No Sleep celebrates its cake day on. It was young and small compared to modern No Sleep, and it was the wild fucking west. There were less rules, classics were written, and circle jerks began. The moderation team at No Sleep did what any moderation team should do. It counted for the growth to accommodate the wait. The price of this was a very controversial one. The infamous horrible, not horror, rule. The choice to make this rule has many critics. Classics like Borrasca would be removed because of the rule if posted today. But let us take our disappointment-twinged glasses off. No Sleep is a community 13 million strong. When it was growing to this stage, the team faced a tough decision. Allowing severe violence, non-paranormal murderers, and just regular old serial killers opened a door. This door was a dark path where the pros of No Sleep, a place designed to be a positive feedback loop, is fed blood, gore, and rape. Not stories very many among us would want to read. So instead of leaving the door open, the mods Alt-F4'd the entire space where the door existed. In their positions, this was probably a better choice than many of us could make. Creativity is defined by giving its users a way to stand out amongst a sea of writhing bodies. So authors who wanted to continue writing, or those who just started contributing, kept writing. Soon every YouTuber was on the page. Markiplier and Minilad, Jacksepticeye, and everyone in between at least read it. Some channels were created just to read these stories. With such an audience, it seems like nothing could topple the page, and it still chugs along. We still read and upvote. I still write and wonder if I suck at it. At any given time, though, you'll normally find from 3,000 to 5,000 users active. The top posts lay between 10,000 and 55,000 upvotes, and the page has 13 million members. And interestingly enough, despite majority of the users never participating, as seen by the upvote counts, almost every top story within the last 12 months, in the age of rules, flourishes compared to the days of yore. Pardon my stumble. I know how to speak English, I swear. Now, with that success comes a downside. The channels that helped build us as a community also hurt us by stealing work and making money off of something authors could spend hours on and submit for free. I've had writing stolen from me, and while it contributed to my ever-expanding ego, it also felt bad. If they had just asked, I would have had no issues. But this person stole from me and hundreds of authors for the sake of quick money. That hurt the community more than it hurt me, and we began to lock things down. Stories that have clickbait-style titles skyrocketed in popularity, and published authors began to share where amateurs once stood. You might have seen a front page full of good stories, and now there are 2 or 3 over 1,000 upvotes before a steep drop-off. These changes are disheartening, but it is not the page dying. It is a page changing, because that is what everything does. Change is the only constant in this confusing existence, and it scares humans in a way nothing else does. So, what are we supposed to do in an imposed state of change? In my opinion, be the change. William Painter once said, "The best way to do a thing is to do it." The redundancy of that statement proves its point. All of these problems are created by us, the users, and all of these problems can be solved by us, the users. Now, if someone is driven by hate to be an asshole or steal writing, well, we can't do anything about them. But we can get the no sleep we want by sorting by new. Hundreds of stories are posted a day, yet only 2 or 3 ever get recognized. Because 13 million users are probably looking for the classics written by the old masters. And if we sort by new, we can see the content we want. And this ties into the fact that Reddit is arguably one of the best examples of a feedback loop we can find simulated online. But that is for another essay. If you've listened to my voice this far, congrats. Thank you. I have a solution to our no sleep conundrum if you're willing to hear marketing. r/sleeping gems is a subreddit I made, because the best way to do a thing is to do it. I could try and sell you the product here, but there's no point. If you're interested, check the link in description. Once again, I know how to speak English, and you definitely didn't hear any stuttering. Thank you for watching, and have an excellent night.